My select designers for What Was Good Design, Momo's Message 1944-1946 are the married couple Charles and Ray Eames, an architect and a painter who gave shape to America's 20th century, working in almost every field of design. They met at Cranbrook Academy of Art in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. They fell in love, got married, and began professional career in design together in LA. But before this, they had already received some important influences that drove them down that path. Charles Eames was born in 1907 in St. Louis, Missouri. He was the younger of the two children of Charles Ormond Eames and Maria Celine Lambert. When Charles was 14, his father died on his injuries from a firefight working as head of security of the Missouri Pacific Railroad, leaving their family in a difficult economic position. His mother nurtured him in a very open-minded way, but due to their economic problems, Charles was forced to work where he was studying. In the last year of high school, when he was working for the Langley's Steel Company, his workmates accidentally discovered his gift for drawing, and so he was introduced to some vague engineering and drawing patterns. This ultimately would help him to get an architectural scholarship to Washington University in St. Louis, where he would meet his first wife, Catherine, with whom he would have his first daughter, Lucia. Charles was sent off from the university due to his modernist ideas and his insistence to include Frank Lloyd Wright's ideas in the university curriculum. After a while working by himself, he suffered a creative and personal crisis, which caused him to leave his family in Missouri and travel alone to Mexico, with no more than 75 cents in his pocket and the promise to come back. On his journey, he received a big influence from the colorist Mexican aesthetics, and he made the firm decision to only work on projects that satisfied him. He opened a new studio and was contacted by Ellie Sarin, who offered him the chance to go to Cranbrook Academy of Art. Ray Eames was the younger of three sisters and was born in 1912 in Sacramento. In her childhood, her family moved several times from one city to another due to the constant job change of her father, who worked as jeweler, directed several theaters, and also worked for an insurance company. It's obvious that she learned from him the capacity to apply skills acquired in one field to multiple different sectors, as he used to do before his death when Ray was 17. In 1931, Ray moved to New York to study at Venice Women's College, and after her graduation, she began to work and study with Hans Hofmann for 6 years. She also used his time to immerse herself in the culture of the city. Ray's mother died in 1940. After that, his professional career fell stuck, so she decided to apply to Cranbrook. Charles and Ray met at Cranbrook while Charles was directing the industrial design department and was experimenting with plywood for the first time. After Charles' divorce in 1941, Ray and Charles got married and decided to move to LA to work together. There, the couple would continue experimenting with plywood. In 1942, Charles and Ray Eames set up the 901 studio, where they began manufacturing leg splints made of plywood for the US Army and then applying the new material to furniture design. The process of designing and experimentation were always the main engine behind Charles and Ray Eames, and they would later apply this way of working to different creative fields, such as architecture, like Case Studio 8, photography and films, and they would eventually become one of the most influential designers in the history of America. One of the objects Charles and Ray Eames designed, which is part of the What's Good Design exhibition, is their storage case. This innovative piece of furniture is formed for several storage cabinets that can be interchanged between them. In this way, you can adapt the design of the storage unit to have several different uses, such as office uses, storage needs in living rooms or bedrooms, or serve as a divider. This means that the storage case is quite useful storage solution. The modular design of these storage cabinets is simple and easy to use. Charles and Ray Eames believe in the honest use of materials, and they only use the materials they knew best to build the cabinet. They use plywood coated with plastic, lacquered masonite, and a frame of steel, showing the industrial roots under the design of the piece, which is made with the aesthetics and techniques similar to that they used to build the House Studio 8. They were designing at the same time. Herman Miller Company was selected to manufacture this and all other pieces of furniture the Eames designed since 1948. Charles and Ray looked for a reliable manufacturer to join. Charles selected Herman Miller Company because he thought they were very straightforward, honest business people and opposite to other companies that were focused on their image, international promotion, or fashionism. It was a small company operating in a small town, but the owners believe what you make is important. Design is an integral part of the business. The product must be honest. There is a market for good design. They worked with seriousness and dedication. Their hard work combined with the quality of the materials used meant that the outcome was a long-lasting product with refined appearance. The storage case is a prime example of how Eames tried to create furniture pieces adaptable, useful, and industrially productive, making it affordable to the general public and caring about aesthetics at the same time, providing something useful but also with quality. I would like to drive my design in the same way. I like my work to be useful and not just for aesthetic purposes. Every day I'm becoming more and more interested in infographics, and I think this is a field where I could apply some of their principles. I like to work helping to transmit important and relevant information to the people, information that could be tricky on the first approach. I think that if I make this information attractive and present it in new form, it could help to draw attention to it. If I keep it simple and honest, it will make this information more understandable, which should be the main purpose of every infographic. I think this is a way to put value in work, and to give value to the people in the same way Charles and Ray Eames didn't only try to create something with an aesthetic value, they wanted to contribute. As Charles Eames said, "We don't make art, we solve problems."
Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?